Food is an important part of Minecraft. In fact, in hardcore mode, it could be the difference between life and death. So I'm going to show you how to make a super simple farm that will get you pretty much an unlimited amount of food in your early days of your Minecraft world. And as a byproduct, it produces a lot of leather. So let's build a super easy hoglin farm. Howdy folks, my name is Speaker4, and to start with, we need to get onto the roof of the Nether. So you'll need these items right here. Enough obsidian for a portal, a way to light the portal, and some blocks to spawn proof it. A pickaxe, some ender pearls, and a handful of ladders. Then we're going to go into the Nether. If you spawn into a crimson forest, perfect, you're in the right spot. However, if you didn't, you need to find a crimson forest, and then you need to break your Nether portal because we are heading upward. Dig up till you hit bedrock and then hollow out an area while you look for a piece of bedrock that's high enough to be between you and the very Nether ceiling. For instance, if I look at this block right here with F3, I'll see it's at Y127, which is as high as bedrock spawns. Next thing you need to do is put your ladders going up to it, aim up into this corner, and throw your ender pearl, and you'll pop out right on top of the Nether roof. So I'm going to explain really quickly how this farm works before we go over how to build it. So because we're on the Nether roof and we're going to AFK pretty high, the only thing that can spawn up here are Nether mobs that can spawn in the Crimson Forest biome, which are hoglins, piglins, and ghasts. Now, the way we're going to prevent ghasts and piglins from spawning is by using these torches every other block to light up the area. And the way we're going to drive the hoglins into our killing chamber is by using warped fungi. Now, warped fungi scare hoglins from a distance of 7 blocks. If the fungus is on the 8th block, they'll scare 7 blocks into 2 pairs of trapdoors that the hoglins will try to walk over and then fall to their death in some lava. Now, the reason this fence post is on top of this warped fungus is so that the hoglins don't spawn inside the fungus and kind of just get trapped around doing nothing. Their pathfinding just kind of freaks out. So with how this farm works, let's get into building this thing. Okay, quick disclaimer, I did not follow a tutorial for this. However, this is loosely based off of farms by Shulkercraft and iCraftMC. So, you know, credit where credit's due. Anyways, here are the materials. You're going to need about 6 stacks of whatever building block you'd like. I'm using warp planks here. 52 fences, 36 torches, 9 warp fungus, 2 stairs of any type, 14 carpets of any type, 33 trapdoors, 8 hoppers, and 8 chests. And you're going to start by coming out, making sure you're still in a Crimson Forest biome, and then building up 5 blocks. The reason we build up 5 blocks is so that the mobs don't try to pathfind off the edge because they think they'll take damage. Then you're going to build an 8x11 platform centered around this block that I'm going to leave a torch on. Once you have your 8x11 platform in, you're going to come over to the block that you built up at, and then build down to bedrock on either block on either side. What you're doing is you're making a 2x3 tube for your hoglins to fall down. Build 2 blocks above the level of your platform, and then place a fence on these 2 blocks lower, and build your fence out around your corner. It isn't super necessary to build your fence out past this block right here, however, I found that this helps a little bit with the hoglins not pushing themselves off the side. To finish the kill chamber, we're going to come down here, place your hoppers all leading into each other, 1 block above the bedrock, and then cover them with trapdoors. The trapdoors are going to help prevent the lava from flowing down too far and burning up all your drops. Come over to where the blocks your hoppers were pointing into, place 2 chests, make it a double chest, and then place 2 more chests underneath them, with your remaining 2 hoppers facing into each other. Break these 2 blocks and replace them with stairs so you can actually open your top chests. Once that's done, you can actually just shift click and put your lava on top of one of your trapdoors, and the kill chamber's basically done. All we have to do now is place 6 more trapdoors for the hoglins to think they can walk over. Open them up and you actually have a super rudimentary kill chamber. However, we're going to upgrade it a little bit more by breaking this block here, covering it in carpet so nothing can spawn on it, and then placing 3 more trapdoors here. If you're only planning on doing 1 level, you're going to place moss carpet here as well. Then come over to the corner of your 8x11 platform, break out the corners and replace them with nylium or dirt or mycelium. And do that to your center back block as well. Place down your warp fungus, place a fence post on top of them, and then place torches every couple blocks along the inside. For here, I'm doing a pattern of 1 from the outside, then 2 blocks in between them. At this point, your farm is actually technically done and will work with just 1 level. However, to make it a little bit more productive, we're going to build this up 2 more levels to make it a 3-level farm. You're going to essentially repeat the exact same thing we just did on the next levels, on the next 2 levels. Another important thing to note is to make sure that the blocks level of your trapdoor gate are open so the hoglins think they can walk to it. And also covered with carpet so they can't actually spawn on it. And at that point, your hoglin farm is actually totally done. Only thing we have to make is the AFK platform, which because of how mob spawning works, needs to go 128 blocks straight up. So coming over from the very bottom of your farm, you're going to place 128 blocks of scaffolding just up from the edge of your farm. This might take a minute. Once you get up to 128 blocks, build out in the direction of your farm a simple little 9-block platform. Then just simply watch as hoglins start to spawn. So the reason this farm works so well is actually because of this giant red half sphere that's all around me. This is something known as a spawning spear, and it's 128 blocks, that was way too close, is 128 block in radius, and is the limit for which things can spawn. So the entire nether beneath this farm is not spawnable, and if there wasn't a second farm incredibly close, which some idiot built here, wondered who that could have been, then this farm would be at max efficiency. As you can see, if I go down here, the spawning sphere actually ends right here. It doesn't go past the bedrock, which means there's absolutely no spawnable spaces in the nether, which is what you want. The only thing you have to be very careful with this farm is if you accidentally build your AFK platform too high, your hoglins will despawn before they can actually get to the lava, which is less than ideal, all things considered, because you get no drops. So, before we finish up, let's go over a couple troubleshooting options for if your farm's not working properly. If for some reason your hoglins aren't making it down into here, you've either made this a 1-block gap instead of a 2-block gap, or you've left some trapdoors open so they can't walk. Easy fix, no big deal. If your hoglins are getting stuck on your warped stems, that is because you don't have this fence post in place and their pathfinding is getting confused. If for some reason your hoglin are making it all the way to here and then just stopping, that means you made your platform too long and you need to shorten it or add more warped fungi closer to the access point. If nothing's spawning at all, it means you were too high and your spawning sphere is not even encompassing your farm. And if very, very few things are spawning, that means that your spawning sphere is too low and you've got too much of the nether bottom loaded. And the one final thing, if you're getting piglin and zombie piglin spawns in here, that means you're missing a torch and you need to get that fixed. So in about an hour you'll have around 1,500 drops. Whoa, I zoomed in way too close. About 1,500 drops, 1,500 drops from this farm, plenty of cooked pork and leather. Alrighty folks, this tutorial has been helpful. Be sure to let me know in the comments. I've been Speaker4 and I think you'll enjoy this video right here, so why don't you check it out? Leave a like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the flip side. Later.